All right, I'm playing a Dynasty League Baseball 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates. This is the second game of the season. They won their opener 3-2. Mazeroski walked it off with a single in extra innings. I'm in the bottom of the first here. In the top of the first, Boa and Taylor grounded hard to short, and Don Money struck out. So Luke Walker's on the mound for the Pirates against Woody Fryman. In real life, the Pirates won this game 2-0 behind Walker, who went the distance, and Stargell doubled and drove in both runs in the 2-0 win in real life. So here we are, bottom one. Just missed the first half inning. Boa, Taylor grounded to short, Money strikeout. So now we're Fryman on the mound. Take a look at Fryman's card. He was 10-7, 2 saves and a 3.38 ERA. He has no situation qualities, and he has no deep drives. If you look down his deep drive, he has no righty results for his deep drives. So if a right-hander hits a home run off of their card, then we would have to do another roll against his home runs per 9 innings, which is .4, which means if we roll a D10, a 4 or less would still be a homer, a 5 or greater would be a deep drive. So wind is blowing left to right, and Mazeroski's leading it off. He's 1 for 6 in the replays. As I said, it was an extra inning game, so Mazeroski got 6 at-bats, including the game winner. And Fryman is obviously pitching his first game of the year, and there's a fly ball to right field, and we are got the bottom of the first underway. 1 out, nobody on for Richie Hebner. Hebner was 2 for 4 in the opener, batted .271 for the season with 17 home runs. And he strikes out, so 2 quick outs for Fryman. That'll bring up the great Roberto Clemente, who was 1 for 4 in the opener. He had 13 homers, 86 ribbies, and batted .341 in 1971 for the Pirates. And there's a line drive base hit. Our first hit of the game is a single to left off the bat of Roberto Clemente. Now here he's only a 1 to get the lead and a 1 to steal. He only had 1 steal, 2 caught stealing, so not much of a threat. Fryman is a B, holding runners on, which is above average. And on steals, he's a 0 modifier. And McCarver catching is a 0 modifier on steals as well. Manny Sanguillen will swing here. He was 1 for 5 in the opener, batted .319 with 7 homers and 81 RBIs in the regular season in 1971. So Clemente on first, and Sanguillen got an infield range check out first of the game. And there's a 62 roll, which is a high chopper to short. Larry Boa is an A range, so he's got an 81% chance of making this play, and he does get him. He nips Manny Sanguillen first base, and he handles that high chopper. And we're going to go to the top of the second. Johnson will lead it off. He was 0 for 5 in the opener. He batted .265 with 34 home runs in the 71 season. And there's a strikeout. So it's 2 strikeouts in a row for Walker. He got Money to end the first. Take a quick look at Walker's card as well. He also has no situation qualities, 10-8 with a 3.55, and he also does not have results under the right-handed batters for deep drive. So same thing with him. If a righty hits a home run off his card, we're going to do an extra roll on his home runs per 9, which is .5. So 5 or less will still be a homer. 6 or greater will turn into a deep drive instead of the home run off the batter's card. That'll bring up Fried. He's 1 for 3 so far on the season. He batted .220, but no homers, 6 homers and 37 ribbies. And here's a line out to short. So Hernandez has been busy here in the first 2 innings. 2 ground outs and now a line out. That's the second out. And that'll bring up Bliss, who did not play in the opener, and he batted .211 with 6 homers in the regular season that year. And a 9-10 is just a soft ground ball to third. And that'll be an easy play for Hebner. And we'll go to the bottom of the second scores. That'll bring up Bob Robertson. 1 for 5 with a ribby in the opener. He batted .270 with 26 homers in 71. Stargell on deck, and there's a walk. So Robertson is on with a walk. second base runner for the Pirates. He's not going to be a threat to steal. He stole one base, got caught twice. Willie Stargell will bat against the lefty Fryman. Stargell 1 for 4 with a ribby. And that was a home run. He hit a solo shot in the opening game. And there's an infield range check. Got 36, which is a hot liner to short. Bo is an A range. And he's going to catch that line drive. And he throws to try and double up Robertson. And he is able to do it. He doubles up Robertson. So the line drive double play. And 2 quick outs here for the Pirates. Robertson did not read that well and got picked off by Boa there. Al Oliver will bat. He's 2 for 5 in the opener. He batted .282 with 14 homers. And he lines the short. So 2 shots to Boa. He handles both of them. The first one he's able to double up Robertson. So Boa with all 3 outs there. That'll send us to the top of the third. Timmy McCarver leads it off. He was 0 for 4. Batted .278 with 8 homers in 71. And he's going to hit a high fly ball to center field. Easy play for Al Oliver. That's the first out. Larry Heisel, man here from Philadelphia, 1971. Batted .197 with 3 RBIs in the 71 season. He only had 76 ABs, 15 hits, but here he is starting in Game 2. Did not play in the opener, and he walks. And you don't want to walk him, but Walker does, and that's the first base runner for Philly. So runner on first, 1 out. Now, Walker does get the jam for a weak hitter, and the pitchers are considered a weak hitter here. He only hit .190, it looks like, against lefties. And we're going to bring the corners in because he might be bunting. And he is looking to bunt. He's a B, but he'll turn into a C because the infielder is in. And let's see what happens. It's like a perfect bunt, trying to beat it out, but he is going to get thrown out at first. It is a successful sacrifice. Heisel goes to second. There are now 2 outs, and we go back to the top and Larry Boa. And 438 is a high fly ball to Al Oliver in center field, and that'll end the inning. Philly will strand Heisel at second. Stay scoreless going into the bottom of the third. Hernandez will lead it off for the Pirates. He was 0 for 2 with a walk in the opener. Batted .206 with 3 homers during the season, and he hits a high fly ball to center field. Larry Heisel in center field will make that play. And there's 1 quick out, and I'll bring up Luke Walker. Luke Walker was not much of a hitter. .090 against lefties. But an outfield range check, and anything can happen on an outfield range check. Drive over the head of the left fielder, so maybe he was in too far against the pitcher. And he does get over his head. An unlikely double. Luke Walker. No, we are not sending him to third. Very happy to be on second with Walker. So maybe just cheating in a little too much against the pitcher, and Walker is able to put one over his head. He's on second with 1 out from Mazeroski. And there's a hard ground ball to short, which should hold the runner. Not only a pitcher, but he's not a particularly fast pitcher, so the hard grounder to short keeps Walker at second. There are now 2 outs, and it's going to be up to Richie Hebner to get a big hit here for the Pirates. But that's just a soft ground ball to first. Johnson will handle that one. We're going to go to the 4th inning scoreless. There have been only 2 hits, both by the Pirates. Tony Taylor will lead it off. And he's got himself a base hit. Line drive center field, first hit for the Phillies, and they got their leadoff man on. Leadoff man on for the Phillies. He does have some stealing ability. Stole 7 bases. He's a 2 to get the lead and a 4 to steal. Walker is a B, above average holding, and he's -1 on the steal modifier. Sanguin's -2. So they should control the running game a bit with those numbers. Don Money will bat. And there's an infield range check. 98. 98 is drilled down the line at third towards Hebner. He's a C+, only a 41% chance of getting this, and it's off his glove. Infield single. Taylor gets the second, and now the Phillies got something going here. First and second, nobody out for Johnson. Luke Walker finds himself in a little bit of trouble here. And a 329 is a strikeout, and that's a good time for that. Freezes the runners, and there's 1 out. Big strikeout for Walker. Trying to get out of his trouble. Roger Freed with the lefties open. Line is short first time up. And we got a 764 base hit to center field. Runner on second is going to score. And there's an option for Money to go to third. Let's see what the computer's going to do here. And he looks like he's going to hold him. So first and second, 1 out. And the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. Joe Liss. And there's a walk, and the bases are going to be loaded for Tim McCarver. Phillies with a chance to open this game up now. Up 1-0, bases loaded, 1 out. We got the lefty Walker facing the lefty Tim McCarver. I'm going to keep the infield back. It's only the 4th, and I don't want a big inning here. So if we have to give up a second run, we will. And here's an infield range check. Infield range check, 79. And that's deep into the hole at second towards Mazeroski, who's a B range. 95. And that gets through for a base hit. Base hit, that's going to, looks like score 2, and it's 3-0 Philly. First and third, 1 out. Larry Heisel up. I'm going to bring the corners in. I don't really want to bring the whole infield in. We'll still try and turn 2 up the middle. And pitch to Heisel here, first and third. And a 950 is a walk, and the bases are going to be reloaded with the pitcher coming up. And we will bring the infield in with the weak-hitting pitcher. So now we got bases loaded, 3-0 Philly, top 4. Infield's coming in against the pitcher Fryman. And an 091 is an error check. What a time for an error check. Up 0 though is a ground ball back to the pitcher with the infield in. So let's see how the game handles this. Home is out. So that's force it home. Bases remain loaded with 2 out. Big out for Walker as he gets the ground ball right back to him from the pitcher. But Larry Boa with a chance to open this game up here. Walker needs a big pitch to get switch hitting Larry Boa out. And a 252 is a base hit to left, and the Phillies open this game up. And looks like Heisel's going to try and score 32%. I'm going to try and get him because it's already 4-0. Might as well try and throw him out. 77 is a chance. He is going to get gunned down at the plate. Willie Stargell with the throw gets Heisel at home. And the Phillies, Pirates are at least able to shave that run off the board. But Philly leads it 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. We'll see if that throw out at home ends up being a bigger play if the Pirates can start coming back. Here's Clemente leading it off, and he's going to have himself a base hit. Is on again. Runner on first, nobody out for Manny Sanguin. Pirates need to string hits together to try and get back into this game. 372, and there is a base hit to left field. So Clemente's going to probably stop at second here down 4-0. But let's see. Numbers are 68. Yeah, they're going to just stop at second. We're down 4-0, and there's nobody out. First and second, nobody out for Bob Robertson, righty against the lefty Fryman. Pirates with a chance right back here to try and get back into this game. And there's a hard grounder to short. That's going to be 2. That's going to be 2. That's going to erase Sanguin at second. And Robertson is out. Clemente will go to third, but there's now 2 outs for Pops. Willie Stargell. And he strikes out, and what a job by Fryman. First and second, nobody out. Gets the double play and a strikeout. The Phillies will take a 4-0 lead into the 5th. Taylor will lead it off, and he lines out to shortstop, 1 out. Don Money was 1 for 2. And he walks. So runner on first, 1 out. Luke Walker walks Money. Walker is probably not the best name for a pitcher. Johnson will bat with 1 out. And he strikes out for the 2nd out. That's Walker's 4th strikeout. He's walked 4 as well. And Freed is 1 for 2. An RBI, and there's another error check. See who this one's going to be on. Oh, it's another grounder back to the pitcher, so no error check. Zeros or grounders back to the pitcher. So the bottom 5, Al Oliver will lead it off against Fryman. And he's got a base hit. So the Pirates been getting guys on, but haven't been coming up with big hits. It's going to be Jackie Hernandez with Oliver on first and nobody out. Looks like the corners are coming in. And here's an infield range check. 94 is going to be drilled down the line at third towards Don Money, who's a B range. It's adjusted to D. Carter on turf. Gets through, so the turf there plays a factor in that double. 76% is nobody out. Pitchers due up. I'm going to have a choice there, down 4-0. Going to hold them. So there's nobody out. 2nd and 3rd. 1971 baseball is early to take Walker out. They are down 4-0 though, so it's a much different situation than what actually happened in the real game. Pretty light bench. Got Gene Klein's, although this is early to be using Klein's, and I don't have nobody left. I got Dave Cash as well. It was 304 against the lefties. Boy, down 4-0. I think I got to try and make something of this situation. I'm going to pinch hit Cash. And nobody out. I'm going to have to get someone up in a bullpen. But Cash will be up 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. Pirates trying to get back into this game. And there's a base hit to center field. A big pinch hit single for Cash. And that's going to score 2. Pirates cut this lead in half. It's 4-2. Cash can run. Mazeroski is up. We're going to hit and run here. Mazeroski was good on the hit and run. Let's do a little hit and running. 583 is an infield range. Cash was on the move, which could help. This is going to be a slow roller in front of the plate. And looks like they're going to get him at first. Cash will get to 2nd. So at least the Pirates have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Let me get someone up in the bullpen before I forget. Hold on 1 second. The Phillies lineup is mostly righty right now. Maybe I'll get up Nelson Briles. He did pitch yesterday, but I don't think he's tired, is he? Should have went to substitutions. Hold on, I gotta get into the bullpen. Briles is okay. Let's go with Briles warming up. All right, runner on 2nd, 1 out for Richie Hebner. And there's an umpire call. And we're looking for a possible wild pitch. And it is a wild pitch. So Cash is going to get to 3rd now. Hebner with a chance to make this a 1-run game. 17's a line out to 1st. Hebner misses the chance there to make it 4-3. It's going to be up to Clemente, who's 2 for 2 so far in this game. See if they pitch to him, and they do, and it's a double down the line. I may have walked him there, but there's a double down the line and left. And that's going to make it 4-3. Pirates coming back here. And the Stargell throwing out Heisel at the plate, looking a little bit bigger now. Clemente is now the tying run at second for Sanguillen. And there's a strikeout, so Fryman gets out of the without any further damage. But interesting game all of a sudden is we're 4-3 going into the 6th, and it's going to be Nelson Riles coming in for Walker, but Cash did his job getting that big base hit, scoring 2 runs, and it got the Pirates back in the game. So let's take a look at Riles. He doesn't have any situation qualities. He was 8-4 with a save and a 3.04 ERA. He can go long, and List leads it off. And he strikes out for the first out. Momentum right now on the Pirates side. Momentum shift started with Stargell throwing out Heisel. And the Pirates picking up 3 runs. It'll be Timmy McCarver here against Nelson Riles. And there's a high fly ball to the left. Willie Stargell will take care of that one. And there are 2 outs. Heisel walked twice. Larry Heisel has walked twice. He doesn't have an official AB in this game. And a 218 is a strikeout. So Riles comes in and does the job. Wayne Twitchell getting up for Philly. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th with Robertson leading it off against Fryman. And there's a high fly ball to right. Freed will take care of that one. Willie Stargell. Bottom 6, 4-3 Philly. And there's an error check. Is that another 0? It's another 0 and a ground ball to the pitcher. So those error checks have not been turning into error checks at all. 2 out, nobody on for Al Oliver. And Twitchell comes into the game. Interesting. Twitchell comes in to face the lefty Oliver. And there's a double down the line and right for Oliver. So once again, the Pirates have the tying run in scoring position. 1 run, second, 2 out for Jackie Hernandez. Bottom of the 6th. He's going to hit. Jackie Hernandez is going to hit here, and he flies to center field. The 3rd out. So we're going to go to the 7th, 4-3. Riles is in. And Twitchell, who is going to lead off, is in for Philly. Let's see if he's going to bat. I would think so. And there's a strikeout. Philly has double power action in their bullpen. He hits a high fly ball to Oliver in center for the 2nd out. 2 quick outs, and Taylor is 1 for 3 in the game. And he hits a ground ball to short. Hernandez will take care of that. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. Pirates trailing 4-3, trying to come back in this game. Riles set to lead it off. Have to find a pinch hitter here. Not a lot happening on the left side. We got Davalillo and we got May. Hate to use my backup catcher here, so I'm going to use Davalillo. And Twitchell is still out there. Righty-lefty matchup. We're going to have to get someone up in the pen. And there's a ground ball, the first for the 1st out. Nobody on top of the order, Bill Mazeroski. And he hits a high fly ball to center. Easy play for Heisel. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. They got to get the bullpen up. There's a Otherwise, I will not have a pitcher. I'm going to go with Mudcat Grant. They got some righties, I think, due up. And Hebner bats with 2 out, nobody on against Twitchell. And there's a soft ground ball to second, and that's going to be the end of the 7th for the Pirates. We're going to go to the top of the 8th. 4-3. It's going to be Money, Johnson, and Freed, and they're going to face Mudcat Grant in the top of the 8th inning. Comes Mudcat. Take a quick look at him. He was 6-3 with 10 saves and a 3.17 ERA. He's going to face Don Money. And now they're going to switch to Johnny Briggs. So Johnny Briggs is going to pinch hit for Don Money. He had a 259 average, 21 home runs in 71. And there's a deep drive. Right off the bat, we get a deep drive off Mudcat Grant, and he's an A power. And 34 is going to be to right field, which is only 355, but a 27 is not hit that far, and it's going to be close. Minus 10 on temp, minus 10 on stadium. It's going to come just short. But that was only held in by the couple of minus 10s there for stadium and temperature. Otherwise, that could have been a home run. So Grant dodges a bullet there. There's 1 out for Johnson. So that was a close call. Warning track fly ball. And now we're going to get Montañez. Willie Montañez is going to come up. He batted 255 with 30 homers. Philly going to their lefty batters here, and there's another deep drive. What are the odds of that? 2 deep drives in a row and another A power. This is 93, though. This is going to be a left center field. It's 385, and a 7 is not hit very far, so this is going to be in the ballpark. So Mudcat Grant gets away with a couple of deep flyouts. That's a long flyout, so there's 2 out. Dodged a couple of bullets right there, did Mudcat Grant. That'll bring up Freed. And he walks, so a 2-out walk. Maybe Grant got a little scared after those 2 loud outs, and he walks Freed. Bring up Joe Liss. 143 and another walk. So yeah, Grant may have been shaken by those 2 deep fly outs, and his first and second out on back-to-back walks with Tim McCarver. 2 out first and second. And there's an error check. It's going to be left field. And I think this is going to be caught. Short fly left. Stargell's able to get it. Grant out of trouble. So the bottom 8, 4-3. It's going to be Clemente, Sanguillen, and Robertson. Clemente is 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. Twitchell's still out there. Nobody in the bullpen. And an infield range check. 23. That's a smash up the middle towards Doyle. There's a B plus, it's harder on turf. And an off-balance throw, and they get Clemente. So a nice play by Doyle. 1 out for Sanguillen. Sanguillen is not clutch, so I don't know why he lit up there for a second. There's a hard ground ball to second, and that's the 2nd out. So there's 2 out, nobody on for Robertson. And there's another infield range check. 99, this one is going to be a hard line drive down the third baseline. Taylor, 54% chance, and it gets through. Goes down into the corner. Robertson has himself a double. Here we go, runner on second. 2 out. Twitchell facing Stargell. No one in the Philly bullpen. Stargell is clutch, so his clutch factor is active here with the tying run in scoring position here in the 8th inning. Twitchell is going to try and get Stargell, and here we go. 377, and he struck him out. So Argel strikes out with a tying run at second base. Twitchell gets the job done, and we go to the 9th. Larry Heisel will lead it off. Grant can still face 2 batters, but we're going to get Ramon Hernandez up on the left side, just in case I need a lefty. And Grant's going to face Oscar Gamble here. I'm going to let him pitch to Gamble. Gamble batted .220 with 6 homers in 71. And there's another deep drive. Gamble's C power this time, not A. And a 76 is going to be hit to one of the deeper parts, the center field. So that's 4-10 away, and a 17 is not going to get the job done. So that's just going to be a fly ball to center. Puts that away for the first out. Let's see what they're going to do with the pitcher slot. Have anyone up in the bullpen? Not yet. So let's see if Twitchell's going to bat. He is, and he strikes out. They do finally get someone up. They get Wilson up. They let Twitchell bat. 2 out, moving on for Bowen. And 181 is a walk. Runner on first, 2 out for Taylor. Grant is at 0, but he's not tired yet. Face the righty Taylor. 2 out and a runner on first. And he's trying to get the lead, but 88 won't do it. But there's a chance of an error on the pickoff. No error. No error. So Boa gets back on the pickoff attempt. And Taylor will bat. And there's an infield range check again. Always dangerous on these range checks. 25 is going to be a smash up the middle. Mazeroski. Turf making these plays harder. Off balance throw on a nice pickup, and they get Bowen. Nice play, Mazeroski. And Robertson at first. Bottom 9. Twitchell is still out there. Wilson is ready in the bullpen for Philly. Al Oliver will bat against the righty Twitchell. There's another infield range check. Pirates need this to get through. 23 is a smash up the middle towards Doyle. And 26 off balance throw. He's got it. And Oliver is out for the first out. Now with Hernandez coming, now Wilson's coming in, the righty. Wilson's coming in. So that was a little bit weird. They let Twitchell bat. Did he face 1 batter, and now Wilson's in. I have May from the left side, and then I have Kleins from the right side, and Gene Alley. Milton May had 6 homers, about 278. Gene Kleins, 366 OBP. I'm going to have Kleins bat here. Kleins is going to bat runner, nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. The Pirates trailing by a run. Wilson comes in. He has the on situation quality. He's 4 6 7 saves and a 3.07 ERA. Klein's going to try and get on base here. And oh wow, home run. Did he have deep drive both sides? Yes, he does on the righty side. So that's just going to be a home run for Gene Kleins. Gene Kleins with a pinch hit tying home run here in the bottom of the 9th. The manager makes the right call and goes to Gene Kleins, who greets Wilson with a home run to tie this game up. Wilson, the righty pitcher, interestingly, has deep drive results for righties but not lefties. So that was just a home run. So now Grant due up, and I'm going to have to pinch hit May, and I'm going to have to get someone up in the bullpen. Milton May is going to pinch hit. New game, tied at 4. A couple of lefties, so maybe I'll get Bob Veal up. And we're going to go Milton May pinch hitting for Wilson. 1 out, nobody on. Game is now tied on the Kleins pinch hit home run. And Milton May strikes out. Alley's going to have to go in to play short, and I'm going to be out of bench players after this. Mazeroski will bat, 2 out, nobody on, but a tie game, and this looks like maybe second game in a row going to extras, and there's the grounder to short. So 2 games in a row for these Phillies and Pirates going to extra innings. We're going to go to the top of the 10th. And you're going to have to make a couple of changes here. Alley's going to go in and play short, and then Veal is going to come in the pitch. And we'll take a look at his card, and he was 6-0 with 2 saves and a 6.99 ERA, but he's a lefty facing at least a couple of lefties scheduled in Briggs. And there's a strikeout, 1 out. Of course, when you manage these games, you can't assume you know the stats for the year. You gotta just go with what's logical. Willie Montañez, another lefty, due up. And he walks. Runner on first, 1 out. There's a righty and then 2 more lefties. And I'm gonna get somebody up in the pen now. Runner on first, 1 out. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna run out of pitchers. It is an extra inning game. I can go right to their I could go right to their closer since it's a tie game. Nelson. I'm gonna get him up. But I'm gonna let Veal pitch to Fried. Runner on first, 1 out. And he strikes him out for the second out. 2 out, runner on first, and then Denny Doyle is scheduled. He bats, Veal will face him. And he struck him out, so the lefty gets the lefties that were due up. We'll get closer up probably the next inning, where there are 2 more lefties due, so he might face those if he has to. We're going to go bottom 10, 4-4. Hebner is going to lead it off against Wilson. And there's a long fly ball to right. 1 out. See if Clemente can do something against Wilson here. 1 out, nobody on, trying to get a base runner. And there's a strikeout. 2 out. Now, Philly in the next inning has the 2 lefties scheduled, and then the pitcher. If I get their closer up again, I'm going to want to bring him in, because if you get him up twice and don't use him, then he has to come in tired. Might let Veal face the 2 lefties, but then I might bring in their closer since they're at home and there's going to be no save situation. So I'm going to warm him up and have him ready to come in. And Sanguillen will bat. 2 outs here, nobody on, and he strikes out. So we're going to the 11th. Wilson doing a good job for Philly. Let's see who's going to bat and who's not going to bat here. Let's see if McCarver's going to bat. Veal will face him. It's 1 for 4 in the game. And there's a base hit to right. Yeah, the base hit to right field. So runner on first, nobody out for Oscar Gamble. Still going to let him face Gamble if Gamble's going to hit. And he is. Oh, Oscar Gamble is going to bunt. Interesting. Tough play. 35, and he does get the sack down. So runner on second, 1 out. This is going to be a save situation, so might as well use him here to try and get this game to the bottom of the inning. So we got a runner on second, 1 out. Pitchers due up. Let's see what they're going to do. And it's going to be Terry Harmon coming in. Terry Harmon's going to pinch hit. Batted .204 with no homers and 12 ribbies that year. What the heck just happened? Harmon steps out of the box. Now they're going to go to... What in the heck? Now they're going with Y. I don't understand that at all, but okay. Wise is now going to be the hitter. That was weird. And here's a hard ground out to short. And that's the second out. Oh, the Larry Boa, with Taylor on deck. Boa against righties hit 247. Taylor hit 255, so even though Boa is a switch hitter, we might as well just face him. And there's a high fly out to center, and we're going to the bottom of the 11th. Chance to win it. Robertson, Stargell, and Oliver will face Horner. And he's 1 for 3 with a walk in the game. Lefty Horner. Let's take a quick look at him. He's 4 and 5 with 9 saves and a 1.97 ERA. And there's a high fly ball to right. And right now this game's feeling like it might not end. That's how the first game felt as well. Stargell will bat against the lefty pitcher. I'm out of position players, so I cannot make any. I can't even pinch hit for the pitcher. I don't even think I have any players left. Had a short bench to begin with. Oliver will bat. And he hits a high fly out, so we're going to the 12th. To the 12th inning. It's going to be Taylor, Briggs, and Montañez. Tough in a jam. You can still face 5 batters. There's a hard grounder to second for the first out. Will anybody score to end this game? That's the question. Johnny Briggs with that. Next 2 guys up have power. There's a long fly ball to right. So they've been flirting with the long ball, but have not been able to get it. That'll bring up Montañez. And there's a strikeout. So we are going to the bottom of the 12th inning. Like I said, I'm going to double check, but I don't think I have anyone left on the bench. My bench clean? It is, right? Everybody has been used, either in the lineup or... Wow, okay. So I am stuck with who I got in this game. It's going to be Horner against Alley. And I'm also going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the pitching situation. There's a base hit. So... we can try a sacrifice. I don't know who I'm even going to bring in if I need to go to another inning. I'm going to sacrifice here since I have no pinch hitters left. Just 1 second, I just got to take care of something. Okay. Alright, runner on first. Nobody out. We're going to attempt to sacrifice. It's a 5. Third base. Popped up. Alright, well, I kind of had a feeling about that, but okay. 1 out, runner on first. Horner is an A ±4, so Stealing is out. So Mazeroski's going to have to come up with a big hit. He had the big hit in the extra inning game yesterday. 297, though, that's a double play grounder. So can I get another inning out of my closer is the question. I'm going to have somebody ready. You can still face 2 guys. Let me see what my bullpen's looking like. I am running out of players quickly. I still have Hernandez. Keeson is a starter. I got Jim Nelson who can go along. He would make sense. I'm going to get up Hernandez right now in case I need to get a tough lefty out. And there's a double into the gap. Double into the gap in center field. And they're going to have to go ahead run on second with nobody out. Runner on second, nobody out. A string of lefties due up. I'm going to leave him in here. I do not know. Let's see, Doyle. They might. He's an F bunter, so I'm not going to worry about them bunting him over. And here's a double off the wall. So they are going to take the lead, 5-4. Back-to-back doubles. I'm going to go to the lefty. I don't want, no point in leaving him out now and getting beat up. They have 2 more lefties coming up. lefty here. Runner on second, nobody out. Tim McCarver facing Hernandez, and he strikes out. 1 out. Gamble, lefty. He grounds to second. That should get the runner to third with 2 out. And then we'll see what they're going to do with their pitcher slot. 2 out, third, pitcher up. And they are going to take him out. They are using Lersch. I do not remember this guy at all, and he wasn't much of a hitter. Let's see if we can get him here in a big spot. And we do get him on a soft grounder. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 13th inning, trailing 5-4. Hebner, Clemente, and Sanguillen due up. Selma coming in, righty. 0-2 with a save and a 3.28 ERA. Hebner will lead it off. I got no pinch hitters, so everyone's batting. 9-10, and there's a walk. Tying run is on for Clemente. Tying run on first for Clemente. Selma is a C and a +1. But Hebner's not a threat to run. Selma has the on qualities, so he doesn't give up a lot of homers with men on base. Clemente has the clutch factor, though, so that is active. It's not canceled out by Selma because he doesn't have the jam. So runner on first, nobody out for Clemente, who's had a good game so far. Oh, but he hits into a double play. Hard grounded to short. Boa to Doyle to Briggs, and there's 2 quick outs. 2 out, nobody on for Sanguillen. Pirates down to their last out. And there's an error chance. It's gonna be nobody. It's back to Selma, and that is the ball game. Sanguillen grounds out to the pitcher. Phillies win it 5-4. All right, good game. Went 13. 2 straight games in extra innings for the Pirates to start the 71 season. But this one they lose 5-4. Thanks for watching.